What's going on, everybody? My name is Ezequiel Casas, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Indigonismo. On today's episode, we're going to be unboxing this pair of new Alden wingtip boots in the color 8 Shell Cordovan. So, a little bit about me. My boot journey kind of parallels my selvage journey, and so these boots are the culmination of my boot journey, as these samurai jeans are the culmination of my selvage journey. So my boot journey began way back in high school when I started listening to a lot of hip hop, heard about Timberland boots mentioned in a lot of songs by, Nas, Biggie, Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep. So once I got a job, I went out and got a pair of those. Really comfortable, a great entry level boot. If you want to, get that first taste of, workwear, you can get a premium boot if you're really into more of the heritage style. They come in a lot of different colors and styles, like the classic golden leather, the butters, or you get the Mobb Deep black on blacks, which is the one I got. After that, I wanted a little bit more, did some research, found out about Red Wing, went to the Red Wing store, had to choose between the Mock Toe, Iron Ranger, the Blacksmith. I thought that the Blacksmith was a little bit more versatile in terms of look, what I was looking for. And so I got those. I've had those for 8 months and they are amazing. They have been all over the world, taking them to Yosemite. They're great beat up boots. But I wanted something that was kind of a little bit more an everything boot. So something that I could take hiking, something that I could take to the office, something that I could take to the club, but something that was also not going to break down, and it was also really comfortable. So in my research, I found out about the Alden company. So who are Alden? Alden are some of the oldest shoemakers slash bootmakers in the United States. They're a New England company founded in 1884, and they are really known for three things. So the first thing is that they began as an orthopedics company. So a lot of my older family and friends have Aldens because of, foot problems. They want to be comfortable. The second thing they're really known for is the Alden Indy boot, which is made famous by Harrison Ford in the Indiana Jones movies. The third thing is that they have a long-standing relationship with the Horween Tannery, which means they're going to get choice of the cut when it comes to this Shell Cordovan. So those were three of the reasons I really gravitated towards the Alden brand themselves. So what is Shell Cordovan? So in a really, really brief description, Shell Cordovan is not a skin. It's a membrane that it's extracted from the rear end of a horse. So as I said, it lies beneath the rear end of a horse. So there comes out as two large pieces of material, both probably around the size of my chest. So what does that mean? That means that it's more expensive because there's a very high demand for Shell Cordovan, and then there's a very low supply. So that's the economic aspect of it. So what does it mean in terms of a natural material? So as I mentioned, it's a membrane, which means it's not, it's a densely connected tissue membrane. So that means A, it doesn't have pores, which skin does, which allows it to get all, you can get all types of gunk in there and stuff. As I said, it's denser, so it's a bit more durable. The third thing is that it's not going to crease in the way that leather is going to crease. That's not going to say it's not going to dry out. You have to maintain it once in a blue moon. But with just a little bit of brushing with a hairbrush comb, horsehair brush, you can bring back some of that luster. So it looks a lot longer and it looks a lot fresher for a lot longer, which is kind of what I'm looking for. So why Alden instead of a brand like Carmina, Allen Edmonds, or something more like Viberg or whatever? So my lifestyle is not a very rugged trades-based lifestyle. I work as an AV tech, so I'm in an office a lot. I also go dancing a lot. And the most rugged or kind of outdoor thing I really do is just hiking, mountain biking, and then some gardening. So there's nothing really gonna fall on these things. There's not anything gonna splatter on these things. So I was kind of comfortable getting something that wasn't gonna be super hardcore, like a Viber service boot, or something that was really elegant and classy, like a Carmina dress boot. So I wanted something kind of in between. The second thing was I didn't want to have to do a whole back and forth guessing game in terms of sizing and in terms of certain things that can get you can get really intricate. So I like the fact that I could go into my local Alden shop. I live in Berkeley, so San Francisco is very close to me, and then get that customer service. So I brought in the sizing that I got at the Red Wing store, and they were able to size me up without any problem. So the third thing that I wanted to mention in terms of why Alden is to go back to that first statement, which is that Alden has the first crack at the high quality shell Cordovan. That's debatable. You can, nitpick or whatever, but I like the fact knowing that my shoes, these are the relationship between Horween and Alden is so sock tight. I know I'm getting really good shell Cordovan. So that being said, that is the reason that I chose to go with these things. I think the last thing I would mention in terms of the wingtip style is I like that it is that bridging the gap between a more Western, kind of like almost like a Tex-Mex cowboy boot with the elegance of a high class, East Coast dress boot. So that's kind of that middle ground that made me really happy. So without further ado, we're going to get into what we said we're going to do, which is unboxing these Alden wingtip boots in the color 8 shell Cordovan. Let's get into it.